The land issue. How long, for example, the vast majority, frankly, of South Africans is going to remain patient if there is no such a thing as appropriate land reform?
This current generation of South Africans, many of them will form parties like the Economic Freedom Fighters. They are the ones who are younger, they are less comfortable with, they want to live comfortable lives. They know South Africa is a rich country. South Africa can afford them a good livelihood. And they feel they're entitled, they feel they deserve it. They're educated, they're very global in outlook. So they know though, so they're starting to question things like the Section 25 of the Constitution, you see. So they are saying that they've been telling the ANC that you need to change Section 25. We will give you a vote to, because the ANC for the first time in the 2014 elections didn't get a two-thirds majority, which means that, which was a good news if you don't want to give back the land. But if you want the land and you are an African in South Africa, that was a death knell to changing the constitution. But then these new political parties have come and said, we'll give you, and the ANC declined. It will be interesting to see if Ramaphosa will do so. I'm confident because Ramaphosa is used to putting out fires.
He's used to do what?
Because this, you said it yourself earlier in the show, this is a vendor. One of the smaller, more marginalized of our people. He grew up in Johannesburg. So all his life, he's used to pleasing different sectors of society. He speaks fluent isiZulu, fluent Sesotho, fluent Sepedi, fluent Afrikaans, fluently, more so, sometimes some people say more than his own vendor. So this is a man who is very used to dealing and placating different factions within the society, including Zuma himself this week by throwing him the farewell party. It was genius. It was a signature Ramaphosa move. So I am actually of the optimistic view that we might see the land be appropriated, the land question settled within Ramaphosa's presidency. In fact, his first term might actually rest on that question alone.
And in terms of the party that was given to Mr. Zuma, yes, I think it was a nice gesture, but it also makes me wonder what else was he promised before he agreed to resign? Because remember, on the day he resigned, he had given an earlier interview where he says, I don't know why they want me to resign. Now, why should I resign? I want to stay.
But did he have options really?
He didn't, but maybe even if you take it as a bargaining chip, what was he offered hours later for him to come out on TV and say, I am leaving? I do also think, and I think the professor will know more about this than me, but I think because the ANC does not want to lose too much in KwaZulu-Natal. So how they treat Zuma is going to be very important, both privately and publicly, because if Zuma gets angry at the ANC in the next election, they will be in trouble in KwaZulu-Natal.